Skydance on 588 asks, when you go to resupply, do you visit a store or order online? At what point do you get more? 1 left, 10 left, or do you just order when the bin looks low? The bin looking low, absolutely. But there is a really specific number, and it's anytime I have 3 of something, I am super close to having none. I know a lot of people say 2, but for me, 3 things left. Like if I've got 3 drill bits left in one of my drill bit compartments, that means I'm 1 bad day away from having 1. And when you have 1, you have none. Because if that's the thing that solves your problem, it's too precious and you need more. I do still go to stores, but you know, the problem is the online marketplace has killed a lot of useful local stores, and the stores just can't compete with the inventory that online stores can have at their disposal. That being said, I live in San Francisco, home of one of the world's great hardware stores in Center Hardware. It used to be in Potrero Hill, now it's in Dogpatch over on 3rd Street. And if you're in San Francisco and you haven't been to Center Hardware, just go. It is populated by a staff of people who want to help you find what you need, and they know where it is, and they know what they have. I mean, all of these 3 things are anomalous in retail, in my experience. And it's not sorry, I don't mean to bellyache about retail and let it be seen or seem like I am complaining about the employees. I am not. Every time I deal with I have a poor employee experience in a brick and mortar store, I consider it a management problem, not an employee problem. But I do a lot of online ordering. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, okay, I answered that question. Forgotten photographilic. Yeah, photographilic. Forgotten photographilic. Says, I understand that cast iron frying pans are versatile in the cooking and weaponry communities. However, I'm at a loss as to why you have one hanging in your cave. Would you please explain? Yes, I will. This cast iron pan hangs above some of my stock, and oh, I can tell you who made it. Okay, so the reason I have this here is because it's plastic, and it pleases me. It's a weird object. It's an object whose weirdness is only understood in interacting with it physically. I think a lot of people have had the experience of being in a bar where they serve you a beer in a big mug that turns out to be plastic. And my dad always used to joke that you grab those and like throw the beer over your head. This is the same thing. So where did this come from? This is from ages and ages and ages ago. I believe I was in Cleveland on tour, and I was having breakfast in Cleveland on tour with Len Peralta. And we ordered breakfast, and our breakfast came on a pair of, like, eggs came in this imitation cast iron plastic pan. And I was like, I love this so much. It made me so happy, the plastic of this. And I thought someday I'm going to do something fun with this. Hey, I said, could I buy the cast iron pan? And she sold me 2 of them. Actually, I think she sold me one and gave me the other. So that's why this is here. And to let you know, this is not for microwave use. MFP10 Elite Global Solutions. Jesus, how cynical do you have to be to call your company Elite Global Solutions? Sorry, that's just part of my late stage capitalism rant. Made in China, and wait, there is a www.wegs, no, hold on just a sec, hold on. I'm just gonna go right here. My eyes are old. There we go. Ah, there we go. Elite Global Solutions. Their website is egsfoodservice.com. So if you want to get yourself some plastic frying pans, that's where you can get them. Thank you, sir. I love this thing. All right. What is next? Let's see here. Chris Drake, 7804, says, I'm struggling to learn CAD and image manipulation because I find it boring. Fair enough. My end goal is cool, but getting there is laborious. Any tricks you have for boring stuff would be much appreciated. Yeah, look, it's about your end goal being cool. That's what I'm going to say. And that's the balance. You know, when you're doing personal projects that you're excited about the output, you got to use that excitement to get through the tedium and like push yourself through the drudgery of completion. Because, I mean, you know, everything's going to have that. My answer to everyone, how do you learn a new skill, is come up with the goal that you want with that skill and then go learn enough of that skill to get that goal. Then you will, that's always worked for me. You know, other people can put on Duolingo and learn a language just in the abstract. That's never been me. And so for me, I need to be picturing a future thing that I will be holding. I think about an experience with that thing. I think about making one for someone else and giving it to them, what their experience of that will be. All of those things I find exciting. And it's definitely true that you can tackle too big a project on your first iteration. And if you're trying to bite off more than you can chew, you can choke on that. Yeah, you can, to carry the metaphor forward. So it may be that you want to break this task or this skill into smaller chunks and try an interim thing to see how close it gets you. I hope that's useful. Matt asks, what is the next big leap for commercial 3D printing? Well, commercial 3D printing. The qualifier of commercial is an interesting one, but in my opinion right now, I have some thoughts about how objects for 3D printing are drawn, and I'm going to actually explicate those thoughts in a project I'm going to do here on Tested later this year, because I think that there are ways in which drawings can be optimized for the look of 3D printing to eliminate some of the pitfalls of it. But really, the thing that I'm experiencing right now about a leap for 3D printing is the ways in which the bamboo carbon feels like an appliance more than a hobby thing. It feels much more like an appliance. The ability to communicate with it offline, via my phone or my computer, the ability to watch it printing, the success I've had at printing. Oh my God, I just did some parts. Wait. Go. I'm doing a couple of space helmets right now, and so I've got some parts and pieces. The carbon does a thing called ironing, where its last pass on a flat surface is to just go with the heated tip and smooth it out. And I gotta tell you, that, all right, so the pin's not structural. Color me surprised, but holy cow, the look of the ironing is like, that feels like a fundamental sea change. And I know there's like tremendous amounts of wonderful ingenuity going on in this community and in this space. But this is really it. I have this real difficulty philosophically with 3D printing, because the helmet that I printed up for this took 4 days, 106 hours to print. And I have a real issue with the process where you push a button, you can't really touch anything, and 106 hours later, you get your thing maybe. That's my issue with 3D printing. If I was trying to incorporate 3D printing into the commerce part of what I do out of this cave, I would absolutely have to have at least 3x the amount of printing time available to me between execution and delivery. because the idea of a print failing 80 hours in, I mean, it's too stressful. It's super stressful. But again, printers are getting cheaper, they're getting faster, they're getting simpler. They're able to utilize, they're getting smarter. The ways in which both the carbon and the Anycubic Cobra, carbon and Cobra, the ways in which they both are able to bypass their own vibrations blows my mind. And that's really, really, really nifty. So it gives me, I'm very excited about where it's going because it feels like we've crested something. John Rudy asks, are you doing 3D design as well as printing yet? I know your skill set is more physical than digital. How are you working on building the new skills? Slowly. I know that I need digital skills. I have bought the software. I have the monitor. I have the mice. They're all on my desk at home, and I have just not gotten around to getting everything working together. But I do want to do some 3D drawing. I need to. I can't just farm it all out to other people as I've been learning. I need to, especially because I have points of view on how objects are drawn, as I've been saying, and how that relates to 3D printing and ways in which it can be better. So I'm working on those skills. I'm working on them slowly. I have gathered the parts and pieces. I just have not found a way to bring that flow into a satisfying state. I think I know the object that I want to draw. And that's it. I just need to like commit to, I'm going to draw this object and I'm going to use the software to do it. And that will be my gateway drug in, which is a callback to an earlier question. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us even further, you can by becoming a tested member. Details are, of course, below, but it includes all sorts of perks, and we're building them all the time. You get advanced word and behind-the-scenes photos of some of our projects. Questions, you get to ask direct questions during my live streams, and we have some members-only videos, including the Adam real-time series of unbroken, unedited shots of me working here in the shop. They are weirdly meditative. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one.